What is Cafe Mocha? Experts, celebrities.
Hey, this is John Legend.
Yours truly, Idris Elba.
This is Fantasia.
I am Ian Levinson.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Tamar Braxton.
Music and features from a woman's perspective. Intriguing conversation. The Swag Award. Espresso. The MC Light Mix. Radio from a woman's perspective.
What flavor are you, baby?
This is Cafe Mocha.
It's Cafe Mocha. Happy Mother's Day. I'm Angelique.
Hi, I'm MC Light.
I'm Lonnie Love, and you know what? We want to talk about fairy tales this show. I mean, you know, fairy tales is always about Snow White. It's always fair-skinned girl. Never nobody dark. And then Barbie got an 18-inch waist. I'm getting mad already for Mother's Day.
We're talking about dolls, fairy tales, and how they affect the black girl's self-esteem.
All right here on Cafe Mocha.
It's Cafe Mocha. Happy Mother's Day. I'm Angelique.
I am MC Light. Happy Mommy Day to everybody out there.
Lonnie.
I'm Lonnie Love. Happy Baby Mama Day, too.
Oop, oop, oop.
All right.
You know, what we're talking about is little girls and sort of the effect that dolls and Barbie and fairy tales has on the self-esteem of little girls. You guys have any stories about, you know?
I just remember a friend of my mom's bringing a doll by, and when that doll did not look like me, I raised hell up in there. I was crying. Like, I remember that doll to this day. That was a scary looking doll. It was white and it had green eyes. And I had never seen anybody that looked like that before in my life. I think I was like 3 or 4.
Wow.
And it was one of those life-size ones. Like, she was big like me. She was about to take a loss. I was about to go at her throat.
See, well, you know, my issue is with fairy tales. It's like, you know, fairy tales are just that, fairy and tales. And, you know, it's always like, for the children, the girls, it's Beauty and the Beast. We gotta wait for the Beast. You ain't never heard of a male fairy tale like, you know, the Prince and the Frog-Faced Woman. I mean, you know, we always gotta come down. So it's like, I really never liked fairy tales because I just felt like they were sexist.
I can understand that.
Did you ever want Barbie's body? Anybody?
I never even thought about the fact that she had a 19-inch waist until it became national news. She was just a doll, and that's what I looked at her as. I was more enthralled with her hair and dressing her.
Well, I had a black one of those, too. I had Christy.
See, I had Christy. Yeah.
They could never get Christy's colors right, though. I mean, that was a black skin I never seen before. Seriously. I don't know what color black Christy was, but it wasn't. I've never seen it before.
On the way, we have a woman who quit her day job to create dolls to make sure they were the right shade of brown. And that's coming up this Happy Mother's Day edition of Cafe Mocha.
I got my...
It's Cafe Mocha. I'm Angelique.
I'm MC Light.
And I'm Lonnie Love.
On the line, she quit her good day job as a professor at Penn State to kick off a line of dolls for girls of color. Dr. Lisa's on the line. Now, I have to ask, what inspired you to do this?
The love of my children in our community. And as a professor, I saw young women that were in my class and were suffering from low self-esteem. And I knew there was something that I could do to help. And so I was compelled by that desire. And so you're right, I left a good job.
Benefits.
I had benefits.
Tenure.
I had literally a job for life. And I left that to follow my heart and my passion.
Good for you. Good for you. Congratulations.
You know,
It's Cafe Mocha. We're on the line with Dr. Lisa Williams. She's created Positively Perfect dolls that's available at Walmart. Now, tell us about the dolls.
Oh, well, they're called Positively Perfect because I wanted our girls to know that they were positively perfect just the way they are. So our dolls come with unique features that look like the beautiful faces of African-American little girls. So they have beautiful full lips and noses, and I custom blend the skin tone colors, so I have everything that ranges from vanilla cream to caramel, pecan, mocha. They have curly hair, braided hair, afro puffs, just exactly how my mom, wore my hair on me when I was a little girl.
Okay.
How many different dolls do you have?
There are probably close to 30 now.
Wow.
Nice selection.
And they're all in Walmart?
They are in Walmart.
I love it.
Across the nation.
We're talking to Dr. Lisa, PositivelyPerfectDolls.com, available at Walmart. On the way, we're going to talk about how fairy tales affect our self-esteem. It's coming up right here on Cafe Mocha.
It's Cafe Mocha, and we are on the line with Dr. Lisa Williams, the creator of Positively Perfect Dolls. I think, Angelique, you wanted to ask her.
Barbie has an 18-inch waist. Snow White is fair-skinned and gets rescued by... How do you think all of this stuff of colored girls, if you will, not seeing ourselves properly represented, how does that affect us?
I think it has a negative impact because it doesn't allow us to really see our true beauty. I don't think there's any more beautiful woman than a woman of color. A woman of color who knows who she is and knows her power and her intelligence, oh my God, world, watch out. There is no stopping her. And that's what I wanted to instill in our little girls. So as they grew up, they knew how powerful they are.
We are celebrating.
I'm online and I'm looking at these dolls and they are beautiful. I mean, when you say all different colors and hairstyles, and they even got one like you, look like you, MC Light, on there. That was hard to do.
You know what?
Great.
God made me. That ain't hard, girl.
And you are positively perfect.
Thank you, Angelique.
Dolls.com. We're talking to Dr. Lisa. And you know, it is Mother's Day. As a mom, outside of dolls, what do you tell your daughter about her being positively perfect? Even though, you know, society doesn't necessarily see us that way, what do you say to her to instill that?
I just show her who she is. You know, first of all, moms need to know who they are. And I get so many positive comments from women who are saying, I so appreciate you doing these dolls because I didn't have them.
Right.
And as mom grows in her confidence and self-esteem, she kind of naturally walks and embodies it, and her daughter picks up on it. And so what I try to do is, one, live a life of empowerment, and number two, constantly reinforce that to our children.
PositivelyPerfectDolls.com. Do you miss your day job?
You know, no, I do not.
Good for you.
I loved being a professor. I loved it, loved it, loved it. But right now, when I go and I see our beautiful brown chocolate children, and they run up to me and they tell me, this doll looks just like me, and they're fixing the doll's hair, and they're renaming her their name, that gives me all the gratification that I need.
Wonderful. Thank you, Dr. Lisa. Congratulations. We're very proud of you. It's Cafe Mocha celebrating Mother's Day, and we've been talking about the effects of Barbie's 18-inch waist, Snow White's fair skin, and the effect that it has on black girls' self-esteem. To help us, she is a success strategist. You know her as a life and relationship coach on R&B Divas. Dr. Nicole is joining us. Let me ask you just straight out, what do those factors have on little black girls? How does it affect them?
Well, you know, it can be very negative if it's not reinforced by the women in our lives that look like us. You know, for so many little black girls, our self-esteem is connected to our community.
Right.
So the support that we receive from family, from friends, from, you know, as we're talking about mothers on this show, our identification and attachment with our moms really speaks to how we see ourselves and who we think we'll be when we grow up. She's taller and she looks like us a bit, and we look at her to say, you know, tell me that I'm okay.
Right.
And tell me that I fit into this puzzle. So, you know, when you have these sometimes what I would call a distraction of the dolls and the waistlines that are really small and the dolls don't look like us, it's something that now moms have to counterbalance to say, you are good, you are accepted, and you have a phenomenal purpose in who you are, and you're going to grow up to be something dynamic.
So what do we say to our daughters or do for them?
You know, one of the things that I know the moms are going to identify with is that children often don't do what we say not to do. Mm-hmm. They do what we do. So the first step for moms is your daughters are watching how you accept yourself.
Okay.
If you want to help your baby girl have self-acceptance, she's got to see you look in the mirror and say, girl, you look good with no makeup on.
Now, Dr. Nicole, you know you done mess people up, right?
I know.
Nobody wants that responsibility. Nobody wants to take off their nails and their hair and their push-up bras.
I know, but you know, here's the thing. We are women, we are all diverse, and we can do our thing and one day have it curly, the next day have it straight. But the question is, are we bound to it?
Dr. Nicole, success strategist. She's on R&B Divas as a relationship coach and author of A Woman's True Purpose, Live Like You Matter. I want to have you back very soon, okay?
You know, I'm looking forward to it. You guys are awesome.
Thank you. Happy Mother's Day.
Here we go!
Yeah.
It's Cafe Mocha. Lonnie Love is on the road right now working on a Kevin James film, Mall Cop 2. Hey, Lonnie. Thank you for taking time to beam in via satellite. But I want to talk about The Real. What's going on with that? Tamar Braxton, Tamara. It's Tamara, right?
Adrian Malone, yeah, and Jeannie Mai. We have a date, September 15th. We will be on Fox stations and BET at night. This is the first syndicated talk show to have 2 networks to start up, and we're in 98% of the country.
Woo!
We're working real hard to, give something different to daytime viewers. As you know, a lot of stuff is happening, Angelique, on the daytime scale. People retiring and moving.
Who's retiring?
Barbara Walters is retiring. And,
right, yeah.
Yeah, and ratings are changing. So this is a good time for us. This is our time. And, The Real is different from any of those other shows.
Absolutely.
Because it's a younger, hipper, and we're just trying to be real. So check us out September 15th. And you can look at some episodes online as well. Old episodes.
And don't nobody want to see the old episodes, Lonnie. We watched it all
They
summer.
still
We
good.
waiting for y'all to come back. That's what we want.
I'm excited. I've been doing this a long time, doing comedy and shows, and this is one show that I'm proud of, and I can't wait to have you and Light and everybody to come on, and it's our show. This is our time, so we're gonna have a good time. The Real, September 15th.
I'm very proud of you, by the way. You guys don't know Lonnie, but she's pretty cool. I like her.
Oh,
give me a hug. Upload me a hug, Lonnie.
There you go.
I'm Angelique with your Cafe Mocha Espresso, brought to you by the 20th Anniversary Essence Festival, presented by Coca-Cola. Days ago, NBC aired the American Comedy Awards, where they honored Bill Cosby. Key and Peele talk about his influence.
He was my father's favorite comedian, and Bill Cosby was my introduction into comedy as a kid. I used to listen to my dad's comedy albums, and he's definitely at the top of the pantheon. Yeah.
I don't think there's a comedian alive that hasn't been influenced by his work.
Speaking of legends, Morgan Freeman had some thoughts about today's technology.
There's a person who has a Twitter page, and it's Morgan Freeman Sayings. And
That's one of the things that's wrong with the whole internet concept. Anybody that wants to can get on and say anything they want to on any name they put on it,
right.
And it goes out as fact. Next thing you know, the media has it, and it's gone.
Yeah.
And gone from Dancing with the Stars, Nene Leakes.
I'm so proud of myself, and I hope that I have inspired women all over the world.
Rumors continue that Portia and Cynthia won't be returning to Housewives next season. One person we know who won't be returning is Apollo, who just pled guilty to fraud. That's the Espresso, brought to you by the 20th Anniversary Essence Festival, presented by Coca-Cola.
This is Cafe.
Cafe Mocha is a production of Miles Ahead Broadcasting in association with Cumulus Media Networks. Executive producer Sheila Eldridge, writer and producer Angelique Perrin. For comments and more information, visit cafemocharadio.com.